The rain in Spain stays mainly in the...
Step by step through the sun and rain, over mountains, across the plains. WCBH is on the go. Join us as we walk the Camino.
Good morning. It's day 7. We're back on the path after our rest day yesterday in Pamplona. Today, 24 kilometres, walking from Pamplona to Puente Lorena. We stayed in the old city in Pamplona. That wasn't by plan or design. It was just where the accommodation happened to be, but we're really thankful for that. We're right smack bang in the middle of the old city. Beautiful. Now, we don't seem to make beautiful things like that anymore. We're more about functionality and maximizing space, etc. But the city was very beautiful to explore. A little bit of water on the ground today, a little bit of mud underfoot because last night it did rain. It's not raining now. It hasn't rained on us yet while we're walking, but there's some big dark grey clouds hanging low above. Fingers crossed that stays away. We've got wet weather gear. I haven't had to use it, but it is a bit muddy underfoot. Pamplona, the old city's fantastic, well worth a visit. You could stay there, unwind, spend a number of days there. Actually, when we got there, I didn't feel like I needed a rest day. Was keen to keep going, but we'd booked it in anyway. 1, so we could explore Pamplona, and 2, just so we could manage our bodies, knowing that our bodies needed a rest day, even if we felt that we didn't. So that was good. Walking out of Pamplona, you go from the old into the new city, and then those sort of outer suburbs extend for a fair while. Since leaving St. John, we haven't actually been in a big town or city. Pamplona's bigger than St. John. Most of the towns that we've been in have been part of the street, a couple of houses, maybe a shop, a supermercado, cafe bar. That's really about it. Some are even smaller than that, just a collection of houses with nothing there that you walk straight past. Our footwear that we've got on. Well, actually, I should talk about what we did last time when Sherilyn and I walked the 5 days from Sarria to Santiago. We wore hiking boots. That was a disaster in terms of the footwear. My feet have never been so sore. The boots, we thought we were doing the right thing. They were heavy, really heavy, contributed to the fatigue. And we didn't really wear them in like we should have. And so not only did we have the weight, but the feet were just so sore from them. So we thought we were doing the right thing, but we learned from that. Also on those 5 days, we went straight into big distances, 20, 25 plus kilometre days, where this time we've started with less Ks and we're building up. Much smarter this time, I think. But the shoes that we've got now are trail shoes rather than hiking boots, so a lot lighter. They've got good grip on them. I believe they've got a rock plate in them, so piece of, I think it's thin metal that runs between the shoe and the sole. That just limits how much you can feel the stones underneath. But they've got great grip. They're light. They look like a jogger. Sherilyn's is a wide toe box. I didn't even know that these things even existed, but most shoes come to a point at the front and sort of squeeze your toes in. This doesn't. It allows your toes to splay. Chan's been wearing his as his school shoes, I suppose, for the last 6 months, wearing them in. I've been wearing mine from about September onwards as my work shoes. And each afternoon we've been walking before we came away. So well and truly they're worn in. We're used to them, and the weight of the shoe is not contributing to the fatigue. So footwear-wise, doing a whole lot better than last time. About halfway on our journey today, walking through farms. These are agricultural farms Not too sure what crop they're growing. It's just the start of the spring, so everything is fairly low to the ground at the moment, but it's certainly sprouting and growing very green. A lot of windmills. It's a very hilly area. We've just climbed actually quite a long hill, and there's a tremendous line of windmills there. And from horizon through to horizon, from what we can see, a huge number of them. The cloud's very low today. It's almost like you could reach up and touch it. Still overcast, still no rain. Haven't jinxed it yet. A lot of bramble bushes, I think they are, or hedges on the side. A thorny sort of growth that creates natural fence line. Just the countryside's beautiful. Rolling green hills, mountains, clouds, very picturesque. Breeze is brisk. Breeze is back today. That's not too bad. Not as strong as it was the other day. We're just about at the summit of this hill or mountain that we're going up. This is the one that has the wind turbines all along the crest of it. It's about as close as I've ever been to a wind turbine, I should say, the electricity generating ones. And yes, you can hear a bit of a dull noise that comes from them. It's not overly loud. I suppose we're still probably a couple of 100 metres away from them, but it does sound like a little bit like a plane might be off in the distance and coming. But there's a lot of them. They run right along the crest of this mountain range. I imagine they'd be generating a fair amount of power. Not overly ugly, but there's a lot of them, and they do run across the mountain range. But yes, there is a bit of a dull noise that comes from them. But these ones are spinning very fast, and I imagine it's always fairly windy up here, so probably a lot of electricity that's being generated. Coming up to the peak of that last mountain, it started spitting, so it wasn't the greatest place for us to stop and put our rain jackets on, but we did that anyway. Didn't quite start raining, it just was spitting for a while. We stopped for lunch. We decided to make the call to put our rain pants on as well, because there looks to be some wet weather chasing us over the top of that mountain, still in our rear vision mirror. So we're walking along with our rain pants on and our rain jackets on, just as a precaution. Hasn't started raining yet, and hopefully it stays off. Big day today, about 24 kilometres, and I think we're about sort of 7 or 8 kilometres to go. So let's hope we can beat the weather to our destination. One of the things that we've seen a lot of is cherry blossoms, or what we believe to be cherry blossoms. So that iconic cherry blossom that you would expect to see in Japan at a certain time of the year. We've seen so many white, pink, the white and pink, particularly coming out of Pamplona. There was a boulevard there with a lot of cherry blossoms, but really all the way along today and some parts of the other days, we've seen a lot of the cherry blossoms, and when a stiff breeze blows through and some of the petals start to blow off the tree, that's very pretty. Just coming through a section that's also got some olive trees as well to our left. Today has been agricultural. It's been crops, where previous days has been more livestock. So we're here, Puente Lorena. We've done our 24 kilometres today. The town is much smaller than Pamplona, but bigger than some of the towns that we've walked through today. Very similar to many towns that we've gone through today. Stone streets, beautiful big stone buildings. You almost couldn't find our hotel. It's a big door in a stone wall, and you go through up a couple of stairs, and then suddenly you end up in this beautifully renovated house. We've got our room and bathroom and all those sorts of things. The renovations are really nice. I've done about 35,000 steps today. Chan has done about 40,000. Sherilyn's done about the same as me. 38, she says. So, yeah, we've racked up the kilometres today. Probably one of the longer days that we will do on the Camino, unless we start changing our mud map plan
But we're here. We're going to rest first, then we might head out and explore the town, pick up some dinner, come back and rest for tomorrow. That's day 7 done.
The rain in Spain stays mainly in the
Step by step through the sun and rain, over mountains, across the plains. WCBH is on the go. Join us as we walk the Camino.